Our courts are the great levelers. In our courts, all men are created equal.
Atticus Finch represents the good man in a world that is filled with prejudice and hatred.
Atticus Finch is the father of all time.
He has a moral core to him.
Gregory Peck as Atticus fills me with pride of being an actor.
Gregory Peck, he is just walking charisma.
Gregory Peck's character is much more heroic than what it takes to just carry a gun and pop somebody.
He's such a strong force for good and for the good in man that you can't be your worst person around him.
Atticus, do you defend niggers?
Don't say nigger, Scout.
I didn't say it. Cecil Jacobs did. That's why I had to fight him.
Scout, I don't want you fighting.
I had to, Atticus.
I don't care what the reasons are. I forbid you to fight.
I was just a normal child living in Birmingham, Alabama, and they wanted children for Mockingbird.
Anyway, I'm simply defending a Negro.
They had interviewed thousands of children across the South. It was very important to the picture that Bob Mulligan and Alan Pakula both wanted children with real Southern accents who understood the context of the film.
You in there, Mr. Finch?
He is. He's asleep. Don't wake him.
You know what we want. Get aside from that door, Mr. Finch.
Walter, I think you ought to turn right around and go back home.
The dignity of Atticus Finch, the purity of his motivations was what I was so impressed by.
Tom Robinson was to her a daily reminder of what she did. Now, what did she do? She tempted a Negro. She was white, and she tempted a Negro. She did something that in our society is unspeakable. She kissed a black man.
My daughter was studying it actually in school, and she said, he's passive. And I said, is he passive, or does he just not tell people what to think and what to do? I said, it's almost like he's waiting for them to express the good in themselves.
In the name of God, do your duty. In the name of God, believe Tom Robinson.
The jury is really all of us who watch the film. And in that sense, Atticus Finch makes the case for humanity and tolerance, certainly as well as any figure that I've ever seen in modern American fiction.
Miss Jean Louise. Miss Jean Louise, stand up. Your father's passing.
There's a voiceover at the end of the film where Kim Stanley speaks as Scout grown up. I was to think of these days many times.
Of Jim and Dill and Boo Radley and Tom Robinson.
And Atticus.
And Atticus.
It gives us a completeness, this little snapshot of childhood innocence.
He would be in Jem's room all night. And he would be there when Jem waked up in the morning.